Welcome to the Gateway to the West, just outside of St. Louis, Missouri. It's Gateway International Raceway. Speed Channel's coverage of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series pre-race show is presented by Craftsman.
Race 12 of the 2004 Craftsman Truck Series marked the halfway point of the season. Points leader Dennis Setzer was only ahead of Bobby Hamilton by 6 points, with Hamilton winning 2 of the previous 5 races. The broadcast focused on Hamilton as he was clearly the hottest driver in the series. Gateway at this point was a staple to the Trucks and Busch series, hosting the 2 series for 7 years in a row now. Bobby Hamilton, after finishing second in the point standings to Travis Kvapil in the year prior, was looking to gain momentum for the second half of the season to try and secure his first championship in the Truck Series. Carl Edwards, who dropped to third in the standings after a mechanical failure in the week prior, would be looking for redemption today. Jack Sprague would start on pole alongside Bobby Hamilton, with championship leader Dennis Setzer starting 11th. Rookie Brad Keselowski would start in 22nd, making his 8th and final start of the season after he would fail to make the field at Homestead in the season finale.
Sprague immediately moving to the outside in front of Bobby Hamilton. Hamilton goes on the high side as we go through 1 and 2 for lap 1.
Jack Sprague would lead the opening laps of the race as the field rapidly tried to file to the inside lane behind him. It was no secret it was the dominant lane, but trucks on restarts could hold their ground on the top lane for a short period of time. Hamilton would waste no time getting out front, overtaking Sprague on lap 4 and securing those ever-important 5 bonus points for leading a lap.
And right in the middle, Mike Skinner pushing the Tundra 42.
Whoa!
And problems. Rick Sanders in the 72 gets spun around.
Talking about pushing, he got pushed around by the 50 of John Wood, look like.
A slow Rick Sanders would be in the way of faster cars and would be turned around to bring out the first caution of the day. Pit stops would bring almost all of the lead lap cars in, with a few staying out. Sprague on old tires would lead until Mike Skinner and Carl Edwards brought out the next caution on lap 41.
Whoa! Problems. We've got Carl Edwards and Mike Skinner getting spun around.
That was a situation, Kenny, maybe he should have let him go. Carl Edwards on the inside, the truck on the inside, always loses air off that rear spoiler, always gets a little bit looser on the inside. I think that's exactly what happened.
You know, me and my friend Kenny Schrader, I would say, Kenny, I knew you was going to wreck, and he'd say, well, how come you didn't tell me? I wish I'd have had a radio right then. You just knew it was going to happen.
The outside lane was actually proving to be more competitive than everyone initially thought, resulting in great action across the field. Rick Crawford would be handed the lead after another round of pit stops. However, a few laps after the restart, rookie David Rudiman would take the lead from him.
And he will make the pass as they go down the backstretch.
A debris caution on lap 67 slowed the race down once again, but it set up the race for craziness. With many different pit strategies, even the broadcasters and announcers could not keep up. Kenny Wallace said it the best.
This race is setting up as a thriller in Manila.
Setzer would lead his first laps of the race after many of the lead lap cars would come down pit road again, giving him his 5 bonus points for the race. On lap 74, a charging Bobby Hamilton would take the lead back, making an impressive outside pass for the lead, what would have been an unthinkable move during pre-race.
To be for the lead, but look, it's over. I mean, the Ford truck, we're going to nickname him Pacman every week. He just keeps mowing the field down, and he just on his truck, takes his time, and now he's gone.
Just 20 short laps later, on lap 93, the handling on his car would go away, allowing pole sitter Jack Sprague to surge back to the lead, with Shane Mill right behind him.
I'll tell you, I looked a minute ago and Jack Sprague was a second behind, and here he is. He's already caught and passed Bobby Hamilton.
Well, now I'm worried about Bobby Hamilton. Here he goes again. We're about 30 to 40 laps on these tires. We thought we made it by. Something wrong with the Ford truck, burning a tire up or something.
Mill quickly passed Sprague just 2 laps later, making a case that he was the car to beat.
And on the move, Chevy's battling for the top spot at Gateway.
And I'm going to tell you one thing about Shane Mill. As fast as he is not going to ride behind Jack. There he goes. He says, I want it. And he's got it.
Inside of Jack Sprague, Shane Mill taking away the top spot.
The great Kenny Wallace explained why this race was so great.
Phil, what is going on here? I mean, all of a sudden now the one car comes out like a rocket. Then he'll slow up. Then all of a sudden are they wearing their tires out that fast?
Then on lap 106, the fourth caution of the day would come out as Carl Edwards lost a right rear tire and came to a stop on the track.
Going in turn number 3, that's Carl on the bottom of the racetrack.
Could he be out of fuel right now? No, he's
he's going to spin.
99. The super chipped Ford 99 of Carl Edwards gets spun around. Wow. No caution has come out as of yet. Carl Edwards back on the racetrack, and it looked as though he was trying to get on pit road, but missed the entrance, and so now he comes to a stop just inside of turn 4, and the caution flag will fly now.
This played perfectly to Shane Mill's strategy as well as rest of the trucks on the lead lap. All lead lap cars came to pit road and Mill kept his lead. Trucks on alternate strategies were already stuck one lap down and were forced to stay out, get their lap back, and stay behind the rest of the field. After this restart, things were pretty tame. Mill led on the restart and led the next 53 laps. However, with just 5 laps to go, this happened.
Showing in his finishes, of course, no major sponsorship on this truck. They would love a win for the 15.
Oh no, the 16 truck. This is Jack Sprague.
Problems flying out of the back of the 16 and into the wall. Jack Sprague goes. He broke.
And the caution comes out. That's going to put Bobby Hamilton right on Shane Mill's rear bumper for probably a green-white checker.
Pole sitter Jack Sprague was now out of the race. This meant that the race would end in a green-white checkered finish, a unique rule at the time exclusive to the Truck Series. With that said, this is what happened on the restart with just 2 laps to go.
Truck Series.
Look at Shane drive to the inside. He wants to make sure Bobby doesn't drive to the inside of him. Got a great start. Look at Bobby go to the outside.
This is it. This is it. Here we go. It's incredible.
Side by side as they come out of turn number 2. Bobby Hamilton on the outside. Shane Mill on the inside. It's a drag race down the backstretch.
Kenny, he told us he couldn't do it on the outside.
But we knew could. It's not over. Shane could drive. Oh, caution flag.
Caution flag flies as we have problems in turn number 2. 1 and 2, it looks like Terry Cook having problems in the 10 as well as the 12 of Robert Huffman.
We did not get white flag, so we will have, maybe for the last time ever, a second green-white checker when this race restarts.
You might be wondering why Phil said this might be the last time that we see 2 green-white checkers ever. The Truck Series recently changed the rule to allow for unlimited restarts. However, NASCAR after this race would change the maximum amount of attempts back to only 1. This gave the impression that this would be the last time ever we saw unlimited restarts, and boy did it deliver.
For Shane Mill that time, Bobby Hamilton tucks right in behind him as they work their way into turn number 1.
Ooh, Shane got a really good start right now, but here he goes again.
Bobby drives to the outside. He pulls up beside him again, Kenny.
My gosh, this is incredible. They're beating.
They hit the wall. Bobby Hamilton up almost on 2 wheels and into the wall. The caution's going to fly again. Chad Chaffin will move into the top spot.
But we haven't got the white flag yet. We will have another green-white checker.
Just unbelievable. The 2 leaders wrecked and Chad Chaffin would be in the hot seat for the next restart. Shane Mill and Bobby Hamilton, the 2 protagonists of this race, were taken out and furious at each other. Now, even another green-white checkered finish.
And look who's right behind him in third. Dennis Setzer in that Chevy 46.
And it isn't over. We got a clean start. Let's see if the Bobby Hamilton racing truck of Chad Chaffin can win the race for the boss.
Into turns 1 and 2, Chad Chaffin with a pretty comfortable lead over David Starr, and now Starr reels him back in as they go down the backstretch.
Chad gets off the corner pretty well. Look at David Starr.
Whoa!
Oh, got another crash.
Here we go again.
Up on the side, that's the 14 of Rick Crawford sliding sideways down the backstretch.
Oh, Lord.
Unbelievable.
Andy Houston and Rick Crawford getting into it coming out of turn number 2, and now the safety crews will immediately get out and try to take care of the 14 of Rick Crawford.
Not even a minute after the wreck, the commentators were drawing parallels between Rick's crash with the one that just happened on the previous restart. This race shows why the green-white checkered was so controversial at the time, because a lot of people did not like seeing the race go past the scheduled distance.
It's really tight off this corner. Wow, the 2, same thing as what we had just a minute ago.
Almost a carbon copy, exactly. Andy looked like he might have got sideways. He forced the 14 of Rick Crawford up into the wall. Rick climbed over the right rear corner of Andy's truck, and there you see Rick sliding door side down.
The green flag flies, and we'll try it again.
Good clean start for Chad Chaffin. He opens out about a truck length lead on David Starr as he goes down to turn number 1.
I think these guys are thinking right now, we've been taught, we've been trained, let's just get this thing finished.
And they need to get to the white flag. If they're able to get all the way around, the leader takes the white flag, this race will end. Now the race is for the white flag here for Chad Chaffin, but also if they make it through the white flag, they're going to be racing for that checkered. And right now, David Starr reeling in the 18 of Chad Chaffin.
Trying oh so hard, got a little bit loose there down there in 3 and 4, right in the center. Chad Chaffin takes the white flag, last lap.
1 to go for Chad Chaffin. David Starr right behind him, looking to claim his second victory ever in the Craftsman Truck Series.
Right there!
Here we go again!
Contact!
Moves him out of the way, and David Starr moves in front as they go down the backstretch. Your series points leader, Dennis Setzer, right behind David Starr as they go down the backstretch, and Setzer is going to be looking for a victory as well.
It's not over. Let's watch it. They go in the corner.
Look at Ted Musgrave drive to the outside of Dennis Setzer, but David Starr's loving it. They're side by side behind him.
David Starr in the Spears Manufacturing number 75 Chevrolet comes out and wins race number 2 of his career.
David Starr would win the race on an aggressive move and only leading 1 lap, the most important one, the final one. This race is incredible and personally one of my favorites of all time from beginning to end. This race had it all: great racing, lead changes, multiple pit strategies, a crazy finish, and unpredictable win. The link to the full race will be in the description below, and I highly recommend checking it out. Anyways guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Peace.
Welcome back to Gateway International Raceway. This spectacular crowd was able to celebrate with David Starr winning his second ever NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race.